In a world shifting faster than anyone expected, the ground we trusted now feels far less firm. One question rises above everything else. It's not about what is happening. We already know the shift is underway. It's not about when it will end. This is a long process, not a single moment in time. The question that keeps circling through people's minds, whispered between friends and argued about online, is simple. Where? Where is safe? Where is steady? Where can a new future actually be built? This question doesn't come from fear. It comes from awareness. It's like a sailor who studies the weather before heading into a storm, or a pioneer looking for fertile land to plant new seeds. For decades, the work of Dolores has served as that map. We've already uncovered her final and chilling visions for the coastlines of the United States and Europe. We've seen the outlines of geological change. But within those same thousands of sessions, hidden between the warnings, the superconscious gave another set of details just as important. It wasn't a map of destruction. It was a map of refuge. It pointed to certain places on Earth that are vibrationally and geologically suited to act as what it called vibrational lifeboats during this intense transition. These are locations prepared to serve as stable anchors, shelters for the early foundations of a new civilization. Today we're opening the file on these 5 safe zones. We'll look at the evidence, the metaphysical reasoning, and the direct quotes from Dolores' sessions that describe each one. But with this comes a serious warning. Because in these same files, Dolores was told about one specific region that many in the spiritual world idealize as the perfect New Age destination. A place known for healing energy and high vibration. Yet the superconscious marked it as dangerously unstable, a region to avoid completely. This isn't theory. This is a survival briefing. The Great Relocation, a quiet but powerful movement of souls, has already begun. It's time to read the map. Before naming the places, we need to understand the criteria. What makes a region safe from the perspective of the superconscious? It has nothing to do with military strength or economic status. Those belong to a world that's slowly dissolving. True safety during this shift is based on 3 metaphysical principles. Principle 1. Low karmic density. The Earth changes are, at their core, a planetary clearing. Earth is releasing layers of old trauma built up over thousands of years. Regions with heavy unresolved karma, places marked by genocide, deep oppression, ruthless conquest, or dark ancient practices like those in Atlantis, are the most unstable. The land itself remembers, and it will be the first to undergo purification through fire or water. Safe zones, on the other hand, carry much lighter karmic history. They either had small populations or were home to cultures that lived in harmony with the earth, leaving a legacy of balance rather than pain. Principle 2. Strong crystalline energy. The new Earth operates on a crystalline frequency. This isn't symbolic. The planet has an enormous geometric energy grid, similar to ancient ley lines, that acts like a circulatory system. Some places sit on powerful intersections or vortex points within this grid. These locations already vibrate closer to the frequency of the new Earth. Living in such places makes personal ascension smoother because the land itself supports you. These regions are naturally more stable since their energetic structure is already aligned with what's coming. Principle 3. Foundations of Unity Consciousness. This is the human factor. The sessions revealed that some regions are home to cultures that kept their connection to the earth and to each other. Indigenous peoples, in particular, preserved this understanding. Their prayers, ceremonies, and stories created a long-lasting energy field of coherence over generations. In these places, the blueprint for unity consciousness already exists. These are the 3 pillars: low karma, high crystalline energy, and deep unity. With this understanding, we can begin the investigation. Here are the 5 regions consistently mentioned across numerous QHHT sessions as the most stable and prepared for the coming changes. We'll look at each through the lens of the 3 principles. The first is the interior of the United States. While the coastlines were described as highly unstable due to their heavy karmic histories and geological vulnerabilities, the interior was repeatedly labeled a sanctuary. Quote, "The center of the continent will hold. The lands of Arkansas, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah. These areas are high and dry. Their energy is strong and grounded. Future communities will rise here, far from the reach of the waters. Let's evaluate it. Low karmic density. Although the displacement of Native Americans is a deep wound, the overall population density and scale of historical conflict here is far lighter than the coasts, which were centers of colonial power and the slave trade. High crystalline energy. Sedona, Arizona is known worldwide as a vortex region. The Rocky Mountains form part of the Earth's energetic backbone. Many areas here contain quartz-rich earth, amplifying crystalline frequencies. Unity consciousness. These lands are home to tribes like the Hopi and Navajo, whose teachings and prophecies have anchored high frequencies for centuries. Hopi prophecy itself speaks of this time of purification and the arrival of a fifth world. The second safe zone is Australia and New Zealand. This region appeared frequently and with notable importance. Quote, Australia, especially the western part, is ancient and stable. It balances the planet. Its indigenous people, the Aboriginals, guard the original dream time. Their consciousness anchors the land. New Zealand carries pure energy, a surviving piece of ancient Lemuria. Low karmic density. Australia was colonized later and still holds vast uninhabited areas. Its karmic imprint is different, and the wisdom of the Aboriginals, although suppressed, still survives. High crystalline energy. Uluru, in Central Australia, is viewed as the planet's solar plexus chakra, a major energy center. New Zealand sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, yet its energy was described as highly creative and connected to Lemuria's heart-centered civilization. Unity consciousness. Aboriginal culture is the oldest continuous culture on Earth. Their understanding of dream time reflects direct knowledge of consciousness beyond linear time, a key principle of the new Earth. The third region is the spine of South America. High-altitude areas of Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador were described as a major spiritual hub for the new Earth, where masculine and feminine planetary energies come into balance. Quote, the condor rises to meet the eagle from the north. The Andes are a major node of the crystalline grid. The ancient teachings still live here. This land is high, pure, and will become a place of pilgrimage and learning. Low karmic density. Although shaped by the Incan Empire and Spanish conquest, the mountains preserved ancient traditions that remained untouched in remote communities. High crystalline energy. Lake Titicaca is considered a major planetary chakra. Machu Picchu is an engineered energy site. The mountains themselves contain rich mineral and crystal formations. Unity consciousness. The Q'ero people, descendants of the Inca, preserved a pure form of earth-based spirituality. Their prophecies match the changes described in these sessions. The fourth safe zone is Southern Africa. While Northern Africa was shown to be undergoing major shifts, the southern part was identified as a place of deep refuge. Quote, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia. This is ancient land, the cradle of humanity. It carries stable and foundational energy. It is far from old centers of conflict and will remain relatively untouched by major geological changes. It is a land of memory. Low karmic density. Even with the painful history of apartheid, the land itself is connected to the original human template, predating later karmic cycles. High crystalline energy. This region has some of the oldest rock formations on Earth. It is also rich in crystals and diamonds, giving it strong geological stability. Unity consciousness. The San people of the Kalahari hold one of the oldest creation traditions and have a deep shamanic bond with the land. The fifth safe zone is perhaps the most surprising, the lands east of the Ural Mountains. This challenges the usual Western-centered worldview. Quote, as Europe undergoes karmic cleansing, the regions east of the Urals will be steady. Their energy is different. It is not tied into the Atlantean drama of the West. Siberia will become warmer and more fertile, offering vast land for new beginnings. Low karmic density. Though shaped by Soviet history, the karmic patterns here differ from the layers of colonial and religious conflict that cover Western Europe. High crystalline energy. The Ural Mountains are among the world's oldest mountain ranges, acting as a stable geological anchor. Unity consciousness. The region has a long background of shamanic and nature-based traditions that survived beneath modern politics. 5 regions. 5 steady points on a shifting world. The American interior, Australia and New Zealand, the Andes, Southern Africa, the Urals. The evidence is consistent. The route to physical safety seems clear. At this point, most people would start researching these places. But before doing that, we need to revisit the warning. Because one region stands out as the only major place to avoid. Many see it as a paradise, a center of healing, a place tied to Lemurian energy. But Dolores Cannon received repeated warnings about its instability. That place is Hawaii. This may feel unexpected. Hawaii is beloved for its beauty and spiritual energy, and its energy is indeed pure and Lemurian. But the superconscious made the problem unmistakably clear. Quote, "The islands are beautiful, but they sit on the peaks of massive volcanoes. They are not stable. They are the youngest land on Earth, still forming. As the Earth's frequency rises, the core heats up. This will activate volcanic chains across the world. The Pacific Ring of Fire is the most unstable area. Hawaii sits at its center. The islands will return to the sea. The issue isn't the energy. The issue is the land itself. It's like a beautiful home built on unstable ground." Another source added the karmic side. Hawaii's sacred energy has been heavily commercialized and militarized. Its original purity has been burdened. The land seeks cleansing and restoration. The message was consistent. Hawaii's energy is a glimpse of the new Earth, but the physical islands are set for a dramatic reset. It's a place to connect with spiritually, not physically, during the long transition ahead. Now we hold the full map, the 5 safe zones and the one region to avoid. The mind might now rush to look for plane tickets or real estate in places like Arkansas or Western Australia. That's natural. But that reaction still comes from the old program, the belief that safety is something external, something you must run toward. Dolores always ended her talks with the real message. After sharing all the warnings, she would look at the audience with deep kindness and say, "The safest place on Earth is inside your own heart. The physical map is only a possibility, shaped by the collective consciousness. But your personal experience is shaped by your personal frequency. Your emotional state is your true address in the universe. If you live in constant fear, you could stand in the safest place on the planet and still draw danger. But if you stay rooted in love and trust, you could find yourself in the middle of chaos and still be guided, protected, and led to safety step by step." So the real mission has 2 parts. First, be informed. Understand the map, and use it wisely. Treat it as guidance, not something to panic over. Second, become the sanctuary. Do the inner work. Build stability in your own energy so you become a source of calm and protection for yourself and the people around you, no matter where you live. Now it's time to affirm this shared intention. In the comments, make a declaration that blends both physical awareness and spiritual truth. Write, "I choose safety, a safe frequency, and a safe place." Let this be our shared prayer, a clear intention sent into the universe, showing that we are ready to be guided and also ready to guide. Thank you for being a steady light in this changing world.